All right, one guy who would like to play in San Francisco, even though they're not really a contender at this point, but I'm told it's the 49ers, the Seahawks, or the Saints, three preferences for Odell Beckham Jr., waived officially today by the Browns. The waiver period expires tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. Presumably, Charean, by the time we're on the air, we'll have a chance to talk about whether or not Odell Beckham was claimed on waivers. The Lions have said they're not going to do it. They have dibs because, as often is the case, they're the worst team in the NFL. The Saints aren't going to do it because they don't have the cap space. Roughly a third of the league has the cap space to take on the $7.25 million financial commitment. And I haven't seen any reports of teams desperately moving to shuffle space around. I guess they could do it tomorrow, move space tomorrow, and then have the space to absorb the contract if they claim him on waivers. And maybe they wouldn't even have to do it until Wednesday. Maybe it wouldn't have to be until 4 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday that they'd have to have everything lined up. But there aren't a lot of teams that fall into that category. I can't wait to see whether or not somebody claims him, because the more he seems to pressure the non-contenders that may want him to not take him, the more inclined I think someone is going to be to say, hey, Odell, you don't make the rules. We'll take you if we want to.
It would be interesting if someone took him and then what his decision would be. Do you show up? Do you not show up? How do you handle this? Because obviously the trade deadline's passed, and they would have to cut him at that point for him to play this season. So this is very intriguing, Mike, and I don't know that we've seen one quite like this with the contract restructured, and then we're going to cut you and you're coming free. And we know that the Browns don't want him to go to the AFC, but particularly to anybody in that division. It doesn't look like anybody in that division is going to be interested, or he's going to be interested in them. But what if one of those teams within their own division claimed him? That would be even more intriguing.
Well, that's absolutely right. And, hey, someone was texting me last night saying that these teams out there, you look at the empty seats. Like the Jaguars would be a great team. And I don't know how many empty seats they had yesterday, but they're a team that's moving in the right direction in their mind. They get a big win over Buffalo. They're feeling good about themselves. Could they use Odell Beckham Jr.? They have the cap space. They got $27 million in lingering cap space right now. You could crunch the numbers and try to figure out whether or not you can offset whatever it's going to cost you to pick up Odell Beckham Jr.'s contract by way of what you'll make. And it gives you buzz. It gives you visibility. We'll be talking about the Jaguars for a while. We're going to be more interested in the Jaguars' next game if they have him. I'm not saying that they will do it, but you could easily make the argument. If you're a team, and they're all in the entertainment business, if you're a team that is looking to get people interested in you, to buy tickets to your games, to pay attention to your team, you can easily make the argument to do it. And the other side of the coin, too, is whatever argument you can come up with from sound football purposes as to why it wouldn't be a good idea to do it, dysfunctional teams do dysfunctional things. So you got 31 teams out there. Obviously, the Browns aren't going to claim him on waivers, but you got 31 teams. 1 out of 31 is all it takes, and he does not get to become a free agent. And I won't be surprised if someone takes him, Charean.
Well, Mike, and as you've pointed out a million times, most owners in the NFL, their number one priority is to make money. Their number two priority is to win. If you want to make money and you're a team like Jacksonville and you want to sell tickets and create buzz and sell out your stadium, something that you haven't done, that's one way to do it. And if he shows up and plays for you, he's going to have a choice whether to not play and not make salary from that team, or he can show up and play. So then that'd be in his court. But if he shows up and plays, you're going to sell tickets. You're going to create buzz. People are going to be talking about you. And by the way, he would help probably whatever team he goes to, particularly the Jaguars, who are down at receiver because of injuries.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a fun day, and we'll see. And we'll see if anything leaks as to who may have claimed him. You know, it's not like a draft where the Lions are up and then the next team is up and the next team is up. Everybody puts in their claim, yes or no. Yeah. Nobody knows who puts in claims until we find out who gets Odell Beckham Jr. And it used to be they would say the other teams that put in a claim. That would be on the official transaction report. They stopped doing that 6 or 7 years ago. But sometimes the league will hand to one of the reporters who happen to be on the league payroll who else made claims, because, hey, it's good for clicks and views at NFL.com and on NFL Network if we know who all made a claim for Odell Beckham Jr. I'll put the over-under at number of teams to make a claim for Odell Beckham Jr. at 1.5. Are you taking the over or the under?
Well, I'm going to take the under because that means he could still get claimed at 1 and then not get claimed. So I double up there, I think.
I'll go with the over just for fun.
Okay.
And
right.
we'll see. We'll see tomorrow who wins. Unless I lose, then I may just kind of forget to mention it because, there's a lot going on. Sometimes you just can't mention every single thing that happens.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.